My name is Lisa, and I work at a certain company. When I was in my third year of middle school, my father suddenly passed away. My mother wasn't in the best health either, and I had to get a job to cover the school expenses for my younger sister, Mari. Since I left school and entered the workforce right after middle school, I didn't even know what I didn't know at the time. But now I've grown to the point where I can teach others about work. This day. So, we were all buzzing about how handsome this person was, and it turned out they were actually a girl.
Seriously, I wish I could have seen that too.
But she was really tall, slim, and had an amazing figure. She looked just like a model. When one of the part-time workers took the plunge and talked to her, it turned out she was an aspiring model.
Well, that makes sense why she looked so handsome.
Right? And even though she had a very refined face, she looked so cute when she smiled.
You should definitely get her autograph while you can.
She's my best friend, Mia. We were classmates, and even after I started working a bit earlier, we remained close friends. And now that we're adults, we still have a great relationship. With both of us being settled in our careers, we now have the time to hang out after work or on weekends. One day.
Let me introduce you. This is my boyfriend, Norio.
Hey, I'm Norio.
Nice to meet you, I'm Lisa, Mari's older sister. I'll go get some juice for us. Suddenly, my sister Mari brought her boyfriend Norio home. I was surprised by the suddenness, but I thought about how Mari's at the age where she might have a boyfriend and quickly prepared some tea.
Hey sis, don't you think it's about time you found yourself a boyfriend too? Oh, but since you didn't finish school and don't have much education, maybe it's hard for you?
Huh? Mari's sister didn't finish school? Even in the Raiwa era, she didn't graduate? I really can't handle that. I mean, why didn't you finish school? Mari's going to high school.
Why was that again? Oh, unlike me, she wasn't good at studying. Maybe she just gave up on learning. Like one of those I don't want to study reasons.
Well, that's not exactly why, but Norio was surprised to hear that I didn't finish school and asked about the reason. The real reason was to cover Mari's school and further education expenses. But I felt that mentioning this might come across as boasting, so I said nothing. My beloved mother also passed away not long ago, joining my father. With Mari grown up and no longer needing my support, I decided it was time to start living alone. A few years later.
Hey sis, it's been a while. Guess what? I'm getting married to Norio.
Congratulations, Mari. So you and Norio are still together.
Norio, despite how he looks, is actually the son of a big company's department head.
Wow, that's amazing.
By the way, I've always wondered, you started living alone suddenly and it seems like you've been living alone ever since. Is it because you switched to a job where you're selling your looks or something?
Huh? I'm not doing any such job.
We're sisters, so you don't have to hide things from me. Well, whatever. I'll invite you to the wedding, so make sure to come. See you then.
The phone call from Mari, after a long time, was to announce her wedding. Since I'm the only family Mari has, I decided to attend her wedding. However, when I arrived at the venue on the wedding day, I couldn't find my seat. I can't find my seat anywhere. Where could it be?
Oh, sis, you actually came. This is hilarious.
Oh, Mari and Norio. Congratulations on your wedding.
I'm actually really not fond of women who work in nightlife and live a flashy lifestyle.
Huh? What are you talking about? Now that you mention it, Mari mentioned something like that on the phone before.
I knew it. You don't understand at all because you didn't finish school. Explaining this is such a hassle.
You don't need to put it that way.
Well, I invited you because you're my sister, but as I talked with Norio, I realized a lot of things I didn't understand before. I guess, like Norio, I can't handle having a sister who didn't finish school.
You can't handle someone who didn't finish school.
I'm not from a rich family, but both my dad and I are elites working for a big corporation. So, people without academic credentials just don't fit in here.
See, even Norio is saying this. You wouldn't find your seat because it wasn't prepared.
Oh.
Of course you can't find it because it wasn't set up.
Mari. Did you really hate me this much?
I don't hate you. But to me now, you're nothing but an embarrassment.
Mari and Norio, saying that, tore up the invitation I was holding right in front of me. Is there anything more heartbreaking than this? I was shocked by what my cherished sister had done.
Sorry to interrupt, but it seems like my important wife's seat hasn't been prepared. What's going on? Can you have it set up immediately?
Andy, you're Mom's sister, right? It's weird that there's no seat for Mom.
Huh. Your wife's seat? We didn't invite family of someone who didn't finish school. What?
Norio, what's wrong? Huh. Anyway, sis, what's up with this? It's super annoying to just bring your husband and child when you weren't even invited.
Madison won't be a bother, she can sit quietly.
Oh my, this kid is so cute. Not that. You see, kids like her often cry or cause a scene, so today we only invited adults, sorry.
There were other guests with children over there.
We didn't invite you. Why did you come dressed up properly? Seriously, you're being way too pushy.
Mari, stop.
I've never seen such a design before, but it looks like cheap rental clothes. Your sister's clothes look unnecessarily expensive, but they seem to have cost a lot. Since the kid is super cute, I guess it's the type where girls buy expensive clothes. Sis, you're a bottom-tier couple, so you don't need to spend money needlessly.
Bottom-tier couple.
No matter how fancy you dress, it's useless. Families with a high school dropout wife, please leave promptly.
I said stop it.
Oh no, Norio, what's going on?
That person is Lisa's husband.
Huh, what's with this bottom-tier husband?
That person is Mr. Noah, the CEO of our company.
Norio was shocked to realize that Noah was the CEO of his company. Hearing this, Mari.
Norio's company is huge, so there's no way a young, handsome guy like him is the CEO. This must be some mistake. Maybe it's just a look-alike or something?
You fool. My father is the chairman. The former chairman, my grandfather, is living a leisurely retirement.
Huh, what does that even mean? It's impossible for the wife of a big company's CEO to be a high school dropout, think about it.
Exactly. I can't believe the wife of CEO Noah is a high school dropout.
I've been with Noah since before I started living alone. We got married through chance. This is our daughter Madison. Thank you for the compliment.
I'll give you that compliment.
I'll give you that compliment too.
Unbelievable. A woman living a flashy life in the nightlife and a CEO of a big company. There must be tons of amazing women out there for CEO Noah.
Exactly, being a CEO is just third generation, living off their parents' success, right? Norio's dad is a department head at your company, but Norio has an eye for people, so he wouldn't choose a high school dropout like you.
What are you talking about? I've actually never been to the nightlife.
Daddy loves Mommy and Madison very much. After work, he comes straight home.
I get that he's family-oriented, but it just seems like he's being manipulated by that woman.
Lisa is very welcome. Actually, Lisa has never worked in the nightlife.
Oh, is that so?
Lisa didn't go to high school to earn money for your college tuition. She wanted to support the family and help provide for you. Your father passed away early, and your mother was weak, right? So she worked right after middle school to ensure you had a comfortable life.
After Noah explained why I was a high school dropout, Mari.
For me, that can't be true. You just avoided studying because you didn't like it, right?
Didn't you get a proper allowance every month and get the things you wanted? Lisa chose a different path from her classmates and supported you as a guardian. You made you delicious lunches every day after you started high school. You paid for your school trips and graduation trips. You continued to protect and care for you after you started working, just like your parents did.
Sis.
You've always been protected and cared for by Lisa, haven't you? Yet, you've taken Lisa's kindness for granted and thought of it as something normal. And instead of being grateful, you insult her for being a high school dropout. Is a college degree really that great? Are you really in a position to look down on Lisa just because you've been pampered by her?
Wait, what's going on, Mari? This is completely different from what I was told.
But sis was a high school dropout and was earning so much money. So I thought, maybe she was doing that kind of work. Isn't it normal to think that?
No, it's not. When you think about it, your sister was always home in the evenings. She made dinner and heated the bath every day.
True, but there are stews that operate in the daytime now, right?
Every time I visited, she was always doing things properly.
If you thought that, you should have noticed it.
Anyway, it's impossible for someone who's a high school dropout to earn that much.
What's all the commotion about?
As the conversation continued, someone arrived after hearing the commotion. That person was.
Oh, Dad.
You must be Manager Saburo from the sales department, right?
Mr. Noah, hello, has something happened with my son?
Actually, Norio and Mori here have been rude to my wife.
What? Norio, is what Mr. Noah said true?
I just didn't know the facts.
I thought I told you that Mr. Noah's wife is a kind and wonderful woman who cares deeply about her sister. And yet what have you in?
I never imagined that Mrs. Noah, Lisa, was the same person as Maury's sister. What should I do? Dad, please, make this like usual and cover it up.
What? Cover it up. What do you mean?
No, it's nothing.
Yeah. Sometimes, with work, get some help from Dad.
Norio, you were hired through connections, right? Could it be that there's something you've done in the past that Manager Saburo covered up?
Well, sort of.
Don't mess with me. What are you hiding? You better come clean because your tricks won't work anymore.
For example, firing the employee involved, and having them write and submit a resignation letter on the spot.
What? What's that about?
That was just a transfer to cover up Norio's mistake. It was a preventive measure to avoid disrupting business operations.
Are you kidding me? Are you saying that more capable employees were forced out instead?
After hearing about the cover-up, Noah was furious. As the conversation continued, Mari.
Hold on. I never heard anything about nepotism. You said you got in on merit. Were you not an elite employee after all?
I'm capable, but it's only natural to get favorable treatment when your parents are in a good position, right?
Don't be ridiculous. You should just be careful not to make mistakes. You never learn how to do your job properly because you're always relying on others to cover up your mess.
Mori's sister seems to be making some reasonable points.
It seems she understands some things, at least.
You are just dependent on your sister too, so what are you talking about?
What a petty argument this is.
Indeed. What are we even witnessing here?
Shut up. If that's the reason, then just tell us already.
Hey, Andy and Uncle are being noisy. You know, Madison is really thankful to Mommy every day. And Daddy too. Andy, because Mommy worked hard, I could go to university and get a job, right? I don't really understand about academic backgrounds, but if Mommy hadn't worked hard, you'd be a high school dropout too, wouldn't you? If that were the case, wouldn't Uncle be saying bad things about Auntie? And if the roles were reversed, Annie would be saying the same kind of things you're saying to Mommy. But Mommy and Daddy, even if they're high school dropouts, wouldn't say bad things about anyone.
Madison is right. Noah and I don't judge people just by their educational background. But enough is enough. Mari is getting married, and it's a good opportunity to cut ties permanently.
I'll also conduct a thorough investigation into Norio and Manager Saburo. You can't rely on parental connections anymore, so be prepared.
After being told about the estrangement and the investigation by Noah, Mari, Norio, and their father, Saburo, react.
Wait, sis. Don't say things like estrangement. I'm sorry for not knowing the reason. I'll stop saying things about being a high school dropout.
I won't badmouth anyone anymore either. Please forgive us for everything.
I won't forgive you. There are people who work hard despite their educational background, but you clearly mocked me. There are plenty of people who do their best even with just a high school diploma.
Noah-san, please just skip the company investigation.
Is there something you're trying to hide?
No, it's not like that.
If something bad gets found out, they're worried about getting in trouble. So that's why they're asking not to investigate.
Madison's right. If any issues come up, we'll handle them appropriately.
Sis, since your husband is the president, can't you ask him not to investigate?
I'm not involved with Noah's company, so I don't have the authority to make such requests.
Don't say that. I'm really sorry for everything up till now.
You're only apologizing now because the situation has worsened. Mari, you're just like those others who only act in their own interests.
That's not true. I'm truly sorry and will genuinely reflect on my actions.
That's a lie. Reflecting takes a long time.
It's easy to say anything with words.
I really do regret it. I swear, so please don't cut ties.
No. Mari, you're an adult now, so from now on, you need to live on your own strength. Oh, and don't ever rely on us if you're in trouble. We're leaving now.
Thanks for having us.
After Norio and Saburo were exposed and lost their jobs, Norio and Mari married, but their newlywed life was plagued with constant arguments. They debated between moving into a house or a condo, but their financial situation left them with no choice. They ended up in a rundown apartment with extremely low rent, starting a life of extreme poverty. While Norio looked for a new job, Mari worked part-time to support them. Despite her efforts, Norio struggled to find employment, leaving them in a dire financial situation with no social security or financial stability due to their past actions. As for me,
The only thing I'm looking forward to at a wedding is eating the food, you know.
Mia-san, you still love food as always.
Well, yeah. I'm so envious that Noah-kun gets to eat Lisa's cooking every day.
Mom's cooking is really delicious.
thanks, Madison.
I'm definitely a lucky guy.
Oh, so you're bragging? Thanks for the treat.
Since then, I haven't been in touch with Mari at all, and I have no idea where she is or what she's doing. I continue to live my life as usual, enjoying the peace without any detractors. On this day, Mia-chan visited our home, and we had a wonderful time together with the four of us. Noah and Mia-chan get along well, so they have been coming over occasionally. Madison also loves Mia-chan, so she was all smiles from the morning when she knew Mia-chan would be visiting. I have a cherished family and a dear friend, that alone is enough to make me truly happy. I'm grateful to my parents in heaven for the happy life I've had. Moving forward, I want to continue to protect my family's happiness as a mother, smiling every day and doing my best. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.